We live in an era of over-explanation. People walk into business meetings, social gatherings, or negotiations and immediately lay out their entire psychological architecture. They talk endlessly about their fears, their past failures, and their future hopes, believing that this makes them look relatable. In reality, it makes them completely transparent. And in the chess game of human dynamics, whatever is transparent is easily manipulated and quickly dismissed. The truest masters of social power operate on a completely different frequency. They practice what state strategists call dark charisma. This isn't about being evil or deceptive. It is the calculated discipline of managing your words, your body language, and your pauses so precisely that the room naturally reshapes itself around your presence. Today, we are going to break down the exact psychological framework used by high-status individuals to dominate any conversation without ever raising their voice. Let us begin. The 70/30th listening ratio. The amateur believes that to dominate a room, they must do 90% of the talking. They interrupt others, jump on sentences, and rush to share their opinions. They think this displays authority. But the subconscious mind of everyone in that room reads it as a frantic cry for validation. High-value players deploy the 70/30 rule. They let the other party speak 70% of the time, while they occupy only 30%. Why? Because the person who speaks the most is constantly leaking data. They are revealing their weaknesses, their insecurities, and their leverage points. By remaining quiet and listening actively, you gather the entire map of their mind. You become an enigma. When you finally speak, your words shouldn't be casual chatter. They should be precision-guided strikes based on the data the other person willingly handed to you. The strategic cold stare in ordinary conversations. When someone finishes a sentence, the default human response is to blink rapidly, nod submissively, and instantly vocalize an agreement. This is a submissive reflex designed to reduce social tension. A master of dark charisma eliminates this reflex. When someone asks you a complex question or finishes making a point, do not nod. Do not blink immediately. Maintain direct, relaxed eye contact and count to 3 in your head before you say a single word. This brief window of calculated stillness creates an intense wave of psychological gravity. It forces the other person to mentally review what they just said, making them wonder if they crossed a line or made an error. By slowing down your physical reactions, you instantly signal that you are not intimidated by the environment. You control it. Vocal decompression, high pitch, and rapid speed are the universal biological indicators of fear. When an animal or a human feels threatened, their vocal cords tighten, and their words rush out in a panicked cluster. Yet, many entrepreneurs and content creators speak at a frantic pace, hoping to cram as much information as possible into a short time. If you want your vision to carry weight, you must implement vocal decompression. Lower your vocal tone to your chest register. Speak deliberately. Space your words out so that every sentence has its own breathing room. When you refuse to rush your speech, you communicate an unshakable subconscious truth to the room. My words are highly valuable, and the world will wait for me to finish. This vocal weight instantly commands the primitive attention centers of the human brain, forcing people to drop their distractions and listen. In your journey to build your business or your digital platform, you will encounter passive-aggressive individuals, competitors who try to minimize your progress, or critics who attempt to pull you into a public argument. The weak mindset matches their toxic energy by getting defensive, typing out long explanations, or shouting. The alpha mindset deploys the dismissal shield. When someone throws a calculated insult or a passive-aggressive comment at you, do not react with anger. React with mild, polite boredom. Use short, dead-end phrases like, "I see," "interesting perspective," or simply give a subtle head nod and look away to change the subject entirely. When you treat their attack as completely insignificant, you deny them the reaction they desperately need. You show them that their opinions do not possess enough power to alter your emotional temperature by even 1 degree. True dominance is not about being the loudest voice in the room. It is about being the most grounded, unshakable presence. Stop over-explaining your life. Listen deeply, speak slowly, guard your stillness, and let your silence do the heavy lifting. If you are ready to stop chasing validation and start commanding absolute respect in every environment you step into, Leave a comment below saying, "I own my presence." Subscribe to Alpha Mindset, protect your focus, and build your empire in silence. Stay sharp, stay dominant.